today's content is gonna be a bit different. I'm gonna review my attacks on the last war. If I remember correctly, the war was against 96. The previous season 96, and that was actually pretty crazy. And they were in the hundreds range, so I think I just want to go over my attacks and maybe just review them a bit, just to sort of just review and go through my teams. Because I think this is really high rank, and that's kind of crazy that I actually got 5 out of 6. So the first attack was against I believe the top four. The only one I lost was the first round, cause obviously this is not a winning team whatsoever. I could have done something crazier up here. I mean, I've definitely gone for like the Arya, up top. The Arya comp will probably won the fight, but bot fort, I think it was a bit questionable when running Liti into injury stuffs like DDR or sometimes even Urban Shadow Shooks, right? And the reason why I ran this team, how I had confidence in this Liti was because that Arrowell S3, Arrowell grants barriers, and Shuna grants barriers as well. So if you don't already know, if your unit has a barrier and then they try and inflict injury on you, so long the damage doesn't go through the barrier, your units won't suffer the injury. My game plan was just to stun out the DDR with my Arrowell, and using Shuna's barriers and even the strips, I mean not strips, the cleanse to take away any potential venom from the Liti. Going into the fight, first one was a flop, so let's not go through that. Going through my second fight, I think all I did was, yeah, none of the venoms stuck onto my Liti, which was actually pretty good. It's fortunate that none of the venom stuck into our Liti, which is actually pretty good. We just tried to survive, let our Liti suffer as minimal injury as possible through through Shuna's S2, and yeah, that's about it. We were trying to get rid of the what do you call it? The AU Fiend first, and then we try to stun out the DDR as much as we can so to prevent him from doing anything crazy. So yeah, as shown here, we went for the AU Fiend first. After the AU Fiend, shortly we went for the DDR, and yeah, we managed to suffer basically almost zero injury on our LT, which was actually kind of crazy. And yeah, so if I fast forward this fight a little bit, and yeah, you can see that the DDR dies to my the DDR dies to my squid, and Liti suffers with wins the fight with zero injury. So it was a matter of time before we won this one as well. Obviously, the first team, going back to the first fight, I feel like the only reason I lost here is cause my household's not that well built. Um, she doesn't have enough ER. Obviously, she suffered one defense break and it was basically over. And probably the Arya Kong would have done it here. Going through our second attack now, this was on a fort as well. Fort, obviously I went with the Arya Kong. I couldn't go Liti up top as well. Or the Decorf because they got Alencia. Alencia obviously gonna screw us over. And then we can't run those as well because of Urban Shadow Shooks. So we decided to go something crazy up top this fight, which was the Infernal Kaozu and the Moonlight Galilius. Okay, Moonlight Galilius here was honestly very questionable. I feel like I just have no other units to bring into this fight against the Lancia. I just needed something to just kill the Lancia fast, and I don't want to proc as much counter hits as we can because of Biblis. So what we did was we just ran the Midnight Galilius and Infernal Kaozu to try and just get rid of the Lancia as fast as we can. And then after that, the damage was the potential threat was just Zio. Zio's probably just gonna die really fast to Inferno Kawazu anyways. And yeah, that's I feel like Inferno Kawazu here was really, really good. Maybe the third slot. Maybe the bottom slot, like the Midnight Gala Lilith slot could have been changed, something else, but I think from the top of my head at that time, I don't have that many well units built, as I said, so we just ran into Midnight Guard. Okay, let's just go through the fight. Okay, so first the Zeo goes onto my Midnight Gala Lilius. Resisted everything, which is pretty good. Biblis takes a turn, which gives our Infernal Kaozu his sting. And then we just try and one-shot the Lancia from here. So wasn't sure whether the Infernal Kaozu would do the job, so we just brought in the Midnight Gala Lilius to sort of like secure the kill. So the S3 from both sides, that's killed. Yeah, I think we have killed regardless, but it's okay. And here now we take out the other threat, which is the Zeo. So fast forward a bit, I think we just bite smack the Zeo until it's just dead. Yeah, bite smacks, and then the Biblis just die shortly after as well. And yeah, that's about this fight. Okay, let's go into our second fight. I think the second fight I think the second fight is also nothing much different. The second fight is nothing much different as well, because it's our Aria Calm. I feel like Aria Calm is quite foolproof. Other than the bottom slot could be a potential Destinia, but I don't really have the gear for it yet, and I think Oblu is just so good in Guild Wars. And even in RTA, I hardly play RTA, but there's the times where I need to grind to Masters. Oblu is just good. Oblu is always my first pick, and even if it's not my first pick, she's probably like the second or third pick. And yeah, that's it. I feel like this comp is just as solid as it is. I probably lost like 1, 2 times with this comp, where it was just like RNL procs that just killed this, random defense breaks, or well, I think just something that just outspeed this that just killed my Arya. Other than that, I feel like nothing really touched my Arya before. So you can see Arya here, just slowly just punching them down, and then yep, they lost. Onto the last attack. This was on the last fort as well. So let's start with the top team first. The top team, um, the goal was to let Zeo hit the Sadin, and then Sadin potentially tries and kill the Requiem Rowena. So with Requiem Rowena gone, Requiem Rowena was my only I'm just very scared of that unit, cause may kill our Decorf, and then may not kill a Decorf, which is why we brought the Doris as well. So the Zeo and the Requiem Rowena would go onto my Doris instead of my Decorf. So the plan here was Zeo would go for my Sadin first, because Sadin's the fastest unit of my team. And then Sadin will S2 and then kill off the Requiem Rowena. So that was the game plan, but I think it was the anti-crit from the the candy that led my Sadin to not one shot. Let's just rewatch this. Yeah. So she S2s, but obviously, yeah, did not crit anything at all. Requiem Rona doesn't die. S3's here, and then we lost our Sadin. But thankfully enough, Dekoff is just fucking broken. If I remember this fight correctly. Sorry for the random pauses, cause I was scouting for this fight as well. So this fight was just honestly waiting for Dekoff to S3 times in a row. Yeah. So if you just look at this fight, it was just Doris. It was like a Doris Dekoff kind of game, kind of fight. So yeah, I needed to get rid of the Requiem Rowena first. Um, if I would, yeah, S3 on the Requiem Rowena, then onto the Zeo, because we go on Zeo because we want the Candy to keep hitting our Dekoff. Candy actually pushes up Dekoff very very fast. So if we would fast forward a bit, yeah, we would probably just kill the Dekoff here. Oh, she got silence. Okay, whatever. Dekoff verge of dying already. But I think we won this fight. Yeah, we push up the Dekoff and then Dekoff S3. Oh, no, S3? Oh, maybe silence again. I don't know what it was. But okay, yeah, here we go. The S3 on the Zeo. And shortly after, S3 on the Landy as well. Yep, that's it. And that's basically this fight. I think moral of this fight was that Dekoff is broken. Yeah, that's about it. You don't draft him into anything stupid with like silences, I think you'll be good. And yeah, let's go to the second fight. Second fight. Oh, I will talk about this team actually. Let's talk about this team real quick here. So Rowena was really necessary here, cause obviously Aufin Senya, two counter attack units. So I just decided to bring in the Rowena. But something different here is that instead of running the usual Arya in the slot, because we brought in Christie, right? Instead of running Arya in the slot, we decided to go Leti instead. Why I went Leti instead of Arya is because we needed to kill the Aufin and potentially not proc any potential we need to extinct it because like I was saying just now, I was scouting this attack. So it was not sure whether it was a Holy Sack or Elbrus one. And if I remember correctly, this was a Holy Sack Aofin after this fight. And so bringing Liti was the right choice here. When you don't know whether the Aofin, because a lot of Aofins nowadays run Holy Sack, so it would be best if you could try and extinct it, especially when you're scouting a fight. Which is why I brought Liti instead. And I brought Christie to help the Liti instead of another Soul Weaver because I just want to give it a lot of ER and hopefully not get provoked by the Senya. Because you never know, it's a high effectiveness Senya and you're running water into grass. And yeah. So let's just watch this fight. Yeah, I was scouting in. So just random stuff. S1 on the Aofin first from my Liti. If you will see here. Yeah. I S1 onto the Aofin first, cause you don't want to Soburn S3 into S1 for the Aofin, cause if you Soburn S3, it might have a higher chance of proccing the counter hit, and you're hitting it twice. So if she counters twice, that's basically she can almost get a bar. She can almost get a Fury bar or whatever bar, focus bar that is full already. So it's very very risky. Therefore, we should always do the S1 first. Then we summon S3 and S1 again. So we can do all the damage and squid in the same turn. And before she all in one go before she takes a turn. So yeah. Then she does that, and then yeah, when it's our Liti's turn again, so the game plan here was same. We will just summon the S3, and then we will just S1 the Aofin. And yeah, to our surprise, we actually resisted every provoke from Senya so far. Until I think later on, that's where we started getting provoked a lot. But that's okay. The main threat here was to take out, yeah, it's a Holy Sack. It was a Holy Sack Aofin. If you saw right. If you saw right here, yeah. It's a Holy Sack Aofin, so thank god we brought the Liti instead of Arya. So that's pretty good. I would say that's pretty good. And now we would get rid of the Arrow Well. Actually, getting rid of either is fine. But we went for the Arrow Well because it sort of increases our chances of just one-shotting the Senya with our Liti. So we don't want to just squid like randomly over and over again. So obviously one is not going to kill. We definitely going to squid it a second time. And now it's just waiting Liti to get a turn and just like punching them out lah. Let's just fast forward this fight a bit. Senya, okay. Doing all this. Yeah, finally get provoked later on into the fight. Which basically just slowed down the fight a little bit. But yeah, like I said, we want to get rid of the Arrowwell first, or not the Squid's not gonna one-shot the Senya, which is what actually happened here. But that's okay. It just slows down the fight. That's really, yeah. Provoke again now. And yeah, I think about now should be where it dies. Yep, takes a turn, Squid. Yep, that's about it. Yep, and that's it. That's this fight. So winning winning Guild War battles is honestly easy. You don't try and int like me using hustle. Uh I honestly want to do a video on hustle cause with my I genuinely believe that hustle is a freaking broken unit. And I think hustle is just good, but maybe my hustle is not built well enough cause my hustle is very randomly geared, and yes, I will explain that next time in another video, but until then, I will hopefully gear my hustle more, gear more units to try during this preseason, and there will be a preseason video coming soon where I do crazy shit, obviously not with hustle, and yeah, I'll see you when it comes. Ciao.